This is the ETBU Sports Network here with head women's basketball coach Edsel Hamilton. Coach, last week you guys have 3 straight games on the road: Louisiana College, Laterno, and Texas. Tyler, talk about those 3 games.
Well, the LC game, we were ahead for most of the game. We were pretty well in control, and then we just couldn't score in the last 3 or 4 minutes. It was frustrating. I think we had a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter. They had a really good atmosphere. They had a good crowd. They did a big promotional thing to get a lot of students there, so it was a pretty fun environment. And that gave them a boost down the stretch. Their kids just never went away. They kept playing hard like we knew that they would. Their coach is really doing a good job with them. They're so young, but they just kept fighting, and we just couldn't put them away. And then down the stretch there in the last 3-4 minutes. So there was a lid on the basket. We couldn't find a way to score, and they made some big plays and ended up pulling it out by 2. And so, that's a frustrating one because we're pretty well I think we're tied with them right now in conference after that game, and we're neck and neck with them. So we really needed that win. And then the Tyler game on Thursday night, I thought we really played well. We really competed. And really, 2 people beat us. I thought we played well offensively. We played pretty well defensively, but they got 2 girls that can really shoot the ball. And, we did a decent job on them for large chunks of the game, but it seemed like every time we made a mistake, they made us pay. I think between Mackenzie May and Michelle Obach, the 2 of them had 11 of their 13 threes as a team. And, we lose by 11, 12, something like that. So I was happy with the way that we competed in that game, but they're really good, and like I said, every time we made a mistake, they made us pay, and that's what really good teams do. And then Laterno Saturday, we just looked dead. Honestly, I haven't played that many games in that short a period of time, and I was telling the girls after the game, they took 30 more shots than we did. We just didn't rebound at all the entire game. I think we only got 2 offensive rebounds the whole game, and then defensively. We gave up a ton of offensive rebounds, and we played pretty well offensively. I think we shot 45% from the field and shot well from 3, shot well from the free throw line. But it's hard to beat somebody when they get that many more chances to score than you do. So, and of course, we turned the ball over a lot too. So, I think fatigue has set in late in the season, and so that's disappointing too. But again, a lot of these things are correctable. So if we just correct our mistakes, then I think we're going to get back on track.
This week, you finish out your road trip. You got Ozarks on Thursday night, and then Texas-Dallas on Saturday. Talk about rolling into the last 2 road games before your final home game next week.
Well, these are they're winnable games, but there's a lot of pressure on them, and we've got to win both of these games to get in the tournament. I've looked at it, and I think if we win both games, I think there's no way we can't make the tournament. Based on who's playing each other for the rest of the way and stuff like that. So we've got to win these 2 games. We have to get into the tournament. So, Ozarks beat us down here, and that was a game that, I thought we played pretty well. We started the game off pretty well, but there were just a few times where we got beat to loose balls. We got the ball knocked out of our hands, and they just wanted it more than we did. And, so we watched a lot of film on that. We did some of those kind of drills to hopefully kind of instill that mindset in the team yesterday, and we're going to do some more today. Because we can't get outworked. We just can't. We're not good enough to get outworked by anybody. We gotta, we're good, but we're not good enough to get outworked. And of course they were missing one of their best players in that game the first time. So, she's going to be a challenge for us to match up with. She's a really good player, and then Dallas on Saturday. That was a tough game. I was happy the first time we played them at our toughness that we showed. Of being able to hold on late and make plays late. It was a tight game the whole way through, and I think we ended up winning by 3. They're going to give us all we can handle too. So it's a lot of pressure in these 2 games. We got to win, but I think if we play the way we're capable of, we should win. We just got to play the way that we're capable of.
So this puts you in a situation for postseason. You're tied right now for that 3rd and 4th place spot. How's the postseason looking for the women's basketball team?
Well, like I said, if we win these 2, I don't think there's any way we don't get in. Now, if we go 1-1 or 0-2, I think there's some various permutations or whatever the right word is of people beating each other that might allow us to get in, but we don't want to be in that situation. Our last game's against Belhaven, and that game doesn't count towards the conference standings. And I think Dallas and Ozarks finish up with Laterno and Tyler in the last week. So. Those are going to be tough games for them, which is, I guess, helpful for us. But of course, they're good enough to win one or two of those games. So we don't want to let it rest in anybody else's hands. We got to take care of our business and make sure that we get in, because it's unfortunate just the way that the divisions are. There's 5 really good teams in our division, and 4 of them are going to make the tournament, and one of them's not. So we don't want to be one of the ones that gets left out.
All right, Coach. Thanks for talking to us today here on the ETBU Sportsnet.